Hello everybody, what is up? Welcome back to another video of Learning the Powder Keg 1914. In this video we'll be covering the concept of railway movement and river movement. Both are very simple and, like maritime movement, help you to move large amounts of forces across the map outside of their normal movement potential. So in this case we've moved over here to Germany and we'll be considering this to be the German turn, and they want to make some non-combat operations. Now, quickly to note, railway and river movement, like maritime movement, means that units cannot move or attack after they've done either or. And unless they're transited along rails through an armored train, they cannot be railed into combat zones. So, rail movement is quite simple. It revolves around cities. Now, there are different types of cities on the board: minor cities, major cities, and victory cities. But in terms of railway movement, we are just considering them cities. Now, in the case of railway movement, also ports, shipyards, and major ports are also kind of considered cities. Basically, all these types of symbols mark areas where you can start and stop railway movement. Now, across the entire world, you are given unlimited range in the amount of units that you can rail around, but they must start and stop their movement in a city or a territory containing a port facility. So, real quick to show this off, here we have Pommern, a stack of infantry and artillery. Pommern contains a city and a port facility, so that means you are free to move these units anywhere you see fit, any number of those units, and they have not moved beforehand, so they can be moved. Here we can see down here in Saxony, there is the city of Dresden, so we will decide to move our infantry down to Saxony. Now, quickly to note too, you must always make sure to transit along a railway, and you can see here that Pommern is connected through Brandenburg down here to Saxony through a rail line. You cannot jump across to different rails. So, next up, we will be talking about the river movement system, and with the river movement system, it is a little bit more fluid, pun intended, and in this case, basically you just need to control territories adjacent to a river. And in that case, other than that, you can move any amount of units along rivers without having to start and stop in city territories. So in this case here, we do have these two artillery in Pommern. They are connected, or they touch this river here. So we can take those and we can transit them along that river all the way down here, and that river actually touches down here in Austria-Hungary, and we can drop those two artillery off at the end of that river. Now, quickly to note, in the case of having to control all territories adjacent, in this case, if we say had the Russian artillery here, which captured Brandenburg and Berlin, this artillery here would not be able to enter this river and then move along it, because of the fact that one side is controlled by the enemy. And then lastly to note, Zeppelins are the only unit that cannot use rail, river, or maritime movement. They must use their own power, basically, their own movement range. But other than that, that is all you need to know about moving along rivers, rails, and in the last video, maritime movement. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Cobra, out.